Hey guys, thought I would take a break from my series of 1969 World Series replay on all the different types of board games and computer games and do an unboxing video, something I've never done. I've seen a few of them on YouTube but never actually done one. I already own the original copy of Statis Pro Baseball, probably the first edition, I guess it is. But then I saw this on eBay and it was a really good price and I couldn't pass it up. So I went ahead and ordered it, and it's the Greatest Team set. You can see there on the box, and on the back of the box it goes over the teams that are included on that. You can see the teams there. But the main reason I wanted to get that is for the new components, the number 3, I guess the 3rd edition components, I guess it's called. So let me go ahead and start by opening the box and show you what's inside. As this came to me, everything is intact. So here we go. All right, we've got our 3 pawns that we use on the board. Now the original board game I had for Statis Pro was the board was 2 halves. It was individual pieces, part 1 and part 2. This board, all 4 pieces are connected. So as we can see this here, if I can get it all straight, we can see here that this is all one unit. It's not 2 pieces, it's all one unit in 1/4 panel. And it's got the newer results that are in green and white that kind of helps make everything stand out, so that helps a little bit. And a lot of the things are the same, but some of these things are a little bit newer, so it's got a little nice feel to it. As we look inside the box, you'll see the fast action cards are all still together for the most part. Have not been taken or unperforated or whatever the term is for it. It's still all there. So we've got those. And then we've got to select teams. Here's the 65 Twins. Here's a set of the 86 Mets, along with some of the 84 Tigers. Here's Los Angeles 62. So you can see what they have there. I'll skip through that now and go to the other portions that came with it. So this is really what I wanted to see, the 3rd edition. That's the one that's got some extra rules in it or changes from the original board game. And as I bought some of the sets off eBay that have the left-right splits on them, they use 3rd edition ratings, which the other board did not have, and so I had to try to do a comparison, and it was a little bit cumbersome, so this helps me avoid that. A couple of things that were kind of interesting on the rules that I don't know if they've changed or I missed it the first part or whatnot, but for anybody that's familiar with this particular game, you know that it's a base 8 game, and the player cards, you find one here, the player pitcher cards, like say Tom Phoebus here of the Orioles, have a PB rating, and if the random number on the fast action card is higher than the PB rating listed on the pitcher card, then the result goes to the batter card, and if not, it goes to the pitcher card. Well, according to the rules here in 3rd edition, and I don't remember seeing them in my edition, but so maybe this is a upgrade or a change, or maybe I just overlooked it, one or the other. It says all non-infield singles off pitcher's card are automatic 2-base advancements. So that's certainly something that I need to be aware of. The other thing that I think I was doing incorrectly, or at least it seemed to be, based on what I'm reading now on the 3rd edition, are the clutch defense and clutch batting ratings. I had only been using the CD results, the clutch defense results, when there were people on base. But apparently, according to the rules I'm looking at here, if you get that, that can be someone on base or not on base. So that's all up to that. Now we do have the different charts as well to look for bases empty. And some of the Z results are actually different as well. I just unperforated that. So some of the Z results are different than the old blue Z result chart I had with the 1st edition. So that's going to be interesting. And actually what I'm going to do as well to incorporate this as a first play with the new system is I'm going to be doing Game 5 of the 1969 World Series. I was going to play it on a different product, but I'm going to go ahead and play it on Statis Pro because I have the 69 Orioles with this Greatest Team set, and I also bought the 1969 set PDF file off eBay, so I've got the 69 Mets, and so I'm going to go ahead and play Game 5 of the series using this new Statis Pro 3rd edition, and then also the new board where everything's moved around a little bit. And like I said, I think the white and green contrast is a whole lot nicer. I don't know if anything, without going through it a game or two, I don't know if anything has changed as far as the results. Looks like possibly here's something new here that I don't remember seeing on the first edition. It's called Pitcher Adjustment Chart. And it says if the pitcher comes into play in the 7th inning and only when a pitcher is working on a shutout. For example, if a pitcher has allowed 1 run or more through 6 innings, he is not eligible to use the chart. However, if a pitcher is not allowed to run through 6 innings, he is eligible to use this chart. It says in using the chart, certain fast action card numbers may be changed from hits to outs. So how about that? So say, for instance, he's in the 7th inning with a shutout. The random number is 16. The score is now a F2 off of that versus what might be a hit. Same with the BD rating. It's now an F1. So it says pitcher has a shutout in the 8th. Batter has a result in his card and random number 17 appears. Instead of it being a hit, the pitching adjustment chart changes his result to an out. So that's if a pitcher is pitching a shutout after 7 innings. And I don't recall that being in the original game, first edition game that I had. So I'm definitely glad I bought this. I mainly, like I said, bought it for this particular board here. But the fact that I get the and also for the new out charts and whatnot, but getting the teams was the added bonus as well. So that should be pretty interesting to try that out. So like I said, I'm going to try it out on Game 5 of the 1969 World Series. I'm going to probably record that right maybe on Christmas Eve. I'm not sure. I just put Game 3 and 4 video out not that far ago off of Diamond Mine Baseball computer game and off of Replay Baseball's board game. So want to have that out there and give people a chance to see that as well. But I will certainly come back and do Game 5. And let me look a little bit more at the back of the box here and see if there's anything else in the back of the box that looks interesting. Let's see here. It says the greatest teams of all time. So we've got the 86 Mets, the 84 Tigers, the 76 Phillies, 75 A's, 75 Reds, 69 Orioles, 65 Twins, 62 Dodgers and Giants, and the 61 Yankees of Maris and Mantle. So they'll be interesting to play out as well. These cards, of course, in the basic format, they don't have the left-right splits on them, but the game incorporates in the basic version. If you remember, the game incorporates those when you have lefty on lefty or righty on righty or vice versa. So just wanted to get that out there, and because I was kind of excited when this came in the mail finally. Our mail carrier is not as consistent as I would like. So actually the tracking told me it was delivered on Friday, and I get home and it's not there. And then it shows up on Saturday. I was thinking it got lost or delivered to the wrong address, and I wasn't going to be able to leave feedback for the person who sold it to me and so forth. But I was able to do that, and I did leave him good feedback because this was very well packaged, very well taken care of. It's practically brand new, and I think it's a great game. The first edition was a great game. I'm excited to use the 3rd edition and see how that's going to play. What I may be able to do once I get comfortable with this one, since the first edition board I have is I'm no longer going to use that because I've got this, I may be able to give that away to somebody down the road if I can figure out how to get this all situated and straight, and maybe I can do something to give that away to somebody who subscribes to the channel, and or either I'll pass it along to my buddy Steve Towering, let him do a video on Statis Pro, because I haven't seen him do one on that. So maybe he needs he could use a game copy, and I'll send him a PDF, and maybe he can get a under the hood on this one. But anyway, just thought I'd throw that out there and see how this is going to play out. I'm very excited to play it. Like I said, I'm really busy with work and other activities in the evening, so I won't get to it until at least Friday, but I'm hoping to do this on Friday evening and post it on Saturday morning. I mean, I'm sorry, on Thursday evening, Christmas Eve, and then post it maybe around Christmas Day. But we'll see how it goes out. But I've got to do some more studying up on it, make sure I've got all the new components and the new results and everything down pat before I do a video on it, because I don't really want to make mistakes if I can avoid it. So I'm really going to try to scan this board and scan those documents and make sure I've got it like the back of my hand so that it can have a smooth video. But I'm definitely looking forward to it and hope to get that out by Christmas Day.